I got caught up in living my life for other people and forgetting the things that I actually loved and enjoyed. Hi my friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Adrienne. If you're not new here, thank you so much for clicking on another video. I just messed up my hair doing that. Okay, so grab a coffee, grab a tea, grab some food, grab something. Let's sit down and chat, okay? Shall we? Pumpkin spice, you already know. All right, in today's video, I just wanna get really honest with you guys, okay? I feel like this whole year I've told myself I wanna get more authentic online. I want my presence to be more authentic. I wanna feel like what I'm posting is true to me. And while I've gotten better at that, I still have a ways to go. And so this is my start right here. This is it. I'm gonna get really honest with you guys. So let's do it. If you've been following me for a while, you know that my content has been very inconsistent. I will admit that to you. I admit that to myself, and I know this. In the beginning of this year, I think it was the beginning of this year, I made a video about switching the direction of my channel, right? I made a video about how I wanted to talk about how I am building a life that I love, and I wanted to kind of get away from posting about physician assistant PA topics, and I wanted to have more sit-down chats with you and all of these things, right? That video was authentic. That was what I really want to do, what I wanted to do, and yet I reverted back to what I know my audience likes, what I know my followers like, and I started posting a week in the life, a day in the life of a physician assistant, and all of that. And if you noticed, which I don't know, I feel like you can feel people's energy through the screen, I was not super passionate about posting that stuff. I did it because I knew it would get me the views, and I wasn't doing it because I authentically wanted to share it, okay? Honesty hour, remember this is honesty hour. So let's kind of go back a couple of years because it's important that I give you a little bit of background before moving forward, and then you'll understand a little bit more. So 2020, I feel like a lot of us had the worst year of our lives that year for more than one reason, like for more than just the pandemic. And for me, I went through a breakup of almost a 7-year relationship, and it knocked me to the ground. I was so heartbroken. I had to move all of a sudden, and I moved back in with my mom for a little while. I realized that a lot of my friendships were no longer as strong as I thought they were, and I just completely realized that I didn't know who I was. I was so lost, and I had been so caught up in my relationship that when it was gone, I was left to be like, who the F am I, and what the F am I doing with my life? So from there, I found an online coach who helps with self-love, self-worthiness, and kind of healing codependency. And so for those of you who are not familiar with what codependency is, it's basically when you get your complete fulfillment and like happiness from another person. Like you do everything for other people or for another person, and you don't have any fulfillment. You don't know how to fulfill yourself. You don't do things to make yourself happy. A more general term and a more common way people know this is people pleasing. That's on a more like minor scale, and a lot of us do that. But that is also codependency a little bit. But what I discovered was that I had been living my whole life through codependency, not only in my relationship, but also with my family and like my parents and what they would think, and my friends. I was doing everything I did. It was like, how will others see this? Will they like me for it? You know, will this make another person happy? Like, you know, ask me where I want to go to dinner, and I'll just be like, whatever you want, even if I don't like it, because I want to make the other person happy. Like, it ran so deep in me, I didn't even realize how much it was affecting my life. And all of that being said, I realized in 2020 that I had 2021, I realized that I had gone into my career as a physician assistant out of codependency and out of people pleasing, because my parents and society and my grandparents all told me that the medical field, especially being a medical provider, was a prestigious, great career. And so basically I made the decision based on others' opinions. I am actually a very creative person by nature. I love to travel. I love food. I love all these other things, and I got caught up in living my life for other people and forgetting the things that I actually loved and enjoyed. And I don't know if any of you can relate to that, but if you realize that along the way in your life, it will knock you back and be like, and it'll make you wake up and be like, okay, I need to start living my life. And that's kind of what happened to me. So not only did I have a like revelation and self-discovery moment, I wouldn't even say moment, the whole year, the whole last 2 years have been years of self-discovery for me. I also went through what I would probably consider a huge spiritual awakening. And that was kind of going on for a couple years before 2020, but it really started to take off for me in 2020. And because of all of that, I completely changed, or should I say, discovered who I really am and who I want to be. And with that, obviously, it's going to change my presence on social media as well. But it didn't at first. I was scared to share authentically like this. I was scared to talk about my heartbreak, to talk about my self-discovery, to talk about my spirituality, because I knew that I had cultivated a community around becoming a physician assistant and around being a physician assistant, and yet I knew as well that I no longer wanted to talk about that. So like I mentioned, the codependency, that was showing up for me and showing up online. And I was doing what I was creating content out of people pleasing. And while I do think it's important when you're building a community online to share things that are, you know, that are going to be helpful for your audience, I niched down a lot out of just being scared to show up and being scared to post what I actually want to post, which in itself is a form of codependency. And so that is why I've been so inconsistent. That is why my content has been all over the place. That is why I said one thing in the beginning of the year and have posted many other things. It's been out of fear. It's been out of fear of showing up authentically and talking about the things that actually mean a lot to me, that are important to me. Fear of how I'm going to be perceived, fear of what if I say the wrong thing, all of these things. And it's held me back a lot, but over the last couple months, couple weeks especially, I've realized, what the hell? Life is way too short. And I've said this in a prior video, and I'm preaching it at myself now. Life is too short to continue doing things that don't make us happy. And life is too short to be anyone other than who we really are. And I need to take my own advice. And so this is honesty hour. This is who I really am. This is what I'm going through, and the things I'm passionate about and that I want to share with you all are about my spirituality, about, you know, the things I'm learning, the things I'm uncovering, the mindset work that I've been doing, because my life has completely changed for the better. And I feel like that is what I want to share with the world, along with how I'm continuing to cultivate and create a life that is absolutely authentic to me and that I love. And it's a process. I'm not perfect at it, obviously, but that's what I'm gonna be sharing. So with all of that being said, I am still figuring everything out. I've got a lot of changes going on in my life right now still. I feel like my life's been a constant state of, I mean, our lives are a constant state of change, but I feel like I've been having big, like, transitional changes over the last couple of years, and they're still happening. I'm gonna share more with you guys here about all of that, but I want this to be more of a digital diary. I want this to be more sharing my heart with you guys and really what's on my mind, and not just sharing like my day-to-day of my life as a PA, because at the end of the day it might help some of you, but there is so much more I know that I have to share with you guys. And if you guys have any questions, please let me know. And yeah, I'm just excited for this next chapter. I'm excited to get even more consistent, more authentic, and make this channel more aligned to my life and what's going on in it currently. So if you stuck around through the whole video to hear me ramble, thank you so much. I will have more videos coming to you soon. If there's anything you want me to talk about that I mentioned in today's video, please leave that in the comments below. I love your suggestions, love your ideas. I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.